fettuccine is gonna have a special meaning for us from now on.
I'm so confused after watching this last episode of Jasmine and GINO.
We're obsessed with TLC and all the trashy reality TV. It's a recap. It's a recap. It's a recap.
So remember how last week Jasmine and GINO were at the wedding photographer's studio looking at their wedding pictures. Jasmine got really emotional, so she went outside. GINO runs after her and finds her on the bench. She's crying. He sits next to her. And she's like, GINO, I'm depressed. I miss my kids. And for the first time, I'm actually contemplating going back to Panama. And GINO's like, well, Jasmine, I don't want you to go. Like, what can I do to convince you to stay? I don't know, get her kids over here? And Jasmine says, well, are you willing to work on the paperwork as soon as possible? And GINO goes, yes, Jasmine, I'm going to work on the paperwork as soon as possible. And not only that, I'm going to have the immigration lawyer look at it before I submit it too. And Jasmine goes, so you're willing to talk to the immigration lawyer? And he goes, yeah, I am. What? GINO just said he didn't have $5,000 for the lawyer fees, but he's still somehow going to have the lawyer look over his paperwork before he submits it? How is that going to work? Does he think that the lawyer's just going to do a little pro bono, a 90-day fiancé hookup? He still will require the money if he's going to look over anything. If he's going to do anything for you, there's going to be a fee. And to my mother effing surprise, Jasmine is happy with that response.
I can check with the immigration lawyer to make sure everything's good.
This time you are open to have the immigration lawyer verifying everything before it is submitted, right?
Sure, I can do that.
For me, I was just like, that doesn't solve anything. Like, what do you mean the lawyer's gonna look at the paperwork? With what money? But Jasmine's fine. She's like, that's fine. I know you don't have $5,000, but as long as you promise me, you're gonna have the lawyer check the paperwork. What? Do they seriously think any lawyer is going to take their time to go over their documents and check for any errors for a small fee of $9.99? No, it ain't happening. There's just a lot of things that aren't making sense about their finances. For example, we already know GINO is extremely cheap, right? So how are we supposed to believe that he gave her $5,000 for a wedding dress in the first place? And since Jasmine already borrowed $5,000 from her ex Dan, why doesn't she ask him again for another $5,000 for the lawyer? I feel like if you're able to ask for a loan to get your booty bigger, then you should be able to ask again for the sake of your children. So that doesn't make sense to me. The math ain't mathin', but whatever. The fact of the matter is, neither of them financially prepared for something like this to happen. Where's your emergency fund, Jasmine and GINO? Especially when you have children. You should have a fund where you're able to pull money from. Okay, in situations like this, in an emergency, what's going to happen if one of them has to go to a hospital for a broken elbow or something? He falls off the monkey bars. I don't know. Like, where are you going to pull the money from? You need an emergency fund. You know what really would have helped them? Rocket Money. It's a personal finance app, and one of its features is you can set up separate savings accounts for different goals. So Jasmine and GINO should have had one for 1, the wedding, 2, her booty implants, and 3, her children. Yeah, had they used Rocket Money, they wouldn't be having these issues. And you guys already know, if you have been with me for a while, that I love Rocket Money. It is literally one of my favorite apps. There was a month where I didn't have it, and do you want to know what happened? Not only did I miss a bill payment, but I forgot to cancel a free trial subscription, and therefore I was charged $99. Ugh, I hate thinking about it. If I had access to Rocket Money, that would have never happened, because not only do they track all of my bills, they keep track of all my monthly subscriptions. And honestly, I love being able to see every single one of my subscriptions in one app. And you can even cancel from the app, so you don't have to go log into every single separate website and try to find your passwords and try to figure out how to cancel. You can do it all from Rocket Money. One of my favorite features is the one that'll help you lower your bills. All you have to do is upload a picture of your bill, tap a few buttons, and boom! Rocket Money will negotiate your bill for you. And another feature that I love is the one where you can create separate savings accounts, the thing that GINO and Jasmine should have done. So for me, I have a couple, but there's one for a future down payment on a house, and then I have another one for a big move I'm doing by the end of the year that is going to cost me an arm and a leg. I freaking hate moving, but I'm going to be a financially responsible and prepared girly with Rocket Money. There's so much you can do that's going to help you take control of your finances, so please go to rocketmoney.com/mythoughts to get started for free, or you can click the link in my description. Thank you so much, Rocket Money, for sponsoring this video. Now, things between Jasmine and GINO get even stranger for me because she looks at him and says, "So you want me to stay?" And he goes, "Of course I want you to stay, Jasmine." And they kiss and make up. What? Like, what the fork? Why does she even threaten him this whole time that she was going to leave for her kids and then ask him if she should stay, leaving the ball in his court? What the freak?
You're going to pay for a lawyer to check all the paperwork to make sure that when you submit it, it is done correctly.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, GINO agreeing, saying yes, that he will have a lawyer look over his documents is going to bite him in the ass in the near future, because when that time comes, the lawyer's going to demand a fee and GINO's not going to have the money unless he gets Rocket Money right now. But yeah, he probably is not going to have the money, and they're going to have the same exact fight all over again. But for now, everything is great. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. Oh, we love each other so much. Later that night, GINO takes her out to a nice, fancy, schmancy, romantic dinner date at Buca di Beppo. Just kidding. I don't know what restaurant that was, but if I had to guess, it would be one of those chain restaurants. Jasmine's so happy because she can't even remember the last time GINO took her out on a date.
I'm going to take her out on a much-needed date.
I cannot actually remember when was the last time that you took me out for dinner.
And GINO goes, "What are you talking about, Jasmine? Remember, I took you to eat that salad? Remember we had that salad twice?" "GINO, you took me there because you had a coupon and it was an all-you-can-eat salad buffet." Yeah, this man definitely did not give her $5,000 for a wedding dress. I don't know why they lied that lie, but it was a lie. So they're at dinner waiting for their food. Jasmine looks at him and she goes, "GINO, you look so good tonight. I feel like I'm dating US president." Oh my God, can you imagine GINO as president?
Yes, the 47th President of the United States of America. I declare free hats for everybody.
Jasmine tells GINO how appreciative and grateful she is for everything he's doing for her and her kids. But like, what is he doing?
I wanted to express my gratitude. Everything you're doing for my children.
Oh.
And he goes, "Well, Jasmine, I just have to be honest. That comment you made about me not being a good father really hurt my feelings."
Oh, GINO, I'm so sorry. You know how I say things I don't mean when I'm mad.
And he goes, "So you think I'll be a good dad?"
And she's like, "GINO, are you sure you want to be a dad? Do you know how exhausting it is? You're 50-something years old. You're pushing 60.
When I had my children, I was in my 20s. Now I'm 37, closer to my 40s. I don't have the same energy. I don't.
No.
So is that what you want?
Yeah.
And he goes, "Yes, Jasmine, I'm so ready to be a dad. Plus, you're going to be doing all of the work, and I get to just play with the kid."
And Jasmine's like, "Okay." She's afraid to tell him no. All she has on her mind is her 2 kids that she's not going to be seeing for 2 years. And on top of that, now her mother's sick in Panama and she can't even go to Panama because of how the law works. I don't know if she goes, like, she can't come back, right? If she leaves the country. So until something is approved. So yeah, that really sucks for her. She has a lot on her mind. And I was just so surprised by how easily she acquiesced when GINO was like,
"I'll have the lawyers look at the paperwork, and I'm going to try really hard."
like, that's it. Well, maybe it's because she knows if she goes back to Panama, she can't come back legally. So she's maybe accepting that she has no choice but to wait it out. But she's going to keep trying to push to GINO that he needs to get a lawyer. And then he says, "Yeah, sure, I'll have a lawyer look at it." And she's like, "Okay, I'm happy." I do not think GINO is ready to be a dad. Are you kidding me? What do you guys think? He's underestimating this whole fatherly role thing. He can barely do anything to help her 2 children. How is he going to take care of a kid? He's literally going to rely on Jasmine because she's much younger on top of that for her to do most of the heavy lifting, all the work, and he's just going to be there doing the dad things, just like playing with them for a little bit. Oh, baby has a poopy diaper.
Jasmine, the baby pooped. Can you change the diaper? Oh, I don't know how you do it so much better, Jasmine.
Like, I can already see it. Oh my God, it's going to be a shit show. No. Well, that's it for the recap. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments. And don't be like GINO and Jasmine and go to rocketmoney.com/mythoughts. Bye.
It's a recap. It's a recap. It's a